This is the 13th video, problems on temperature, stress, strain, and first video on problems on temperature, stress, and strain. The formulas used are temperature stress sigma T is equal to epsilon T into E is equal to alpha T E. Temperature strain epsilon T is equal to alpha T, or it is equal to delta L T divided by L, or it is equal to sigma T divided by E. Now the temperature increase in length due to change in temperature delta LT is equal to alpha T into L, or sigma T into L divided by E, or it is epsilon T into L. Well, sigma T and epsilon T are temperature, stress, and strain. Now let us take a first problem. A copper bar 2 meter long and 220 mm in diameter is cooled through 40 degrees Celsius. If alpha is equal to 18 into 10 raised to minus 6 per degree Celsius and E is equal to 100 kilonewton per mm square, calculate number 1 free deformation of the rod, number 2 magnitude and nature of thermal stress induced in the bar if free deformation is entirely prevented. Number 3, magnitude and nature of force exerted by supports to prevent this deformation. Number 4, if only 50% of free deformation is prevented, find the thermal stress induced in bar. Now first thing, we will calculate the free deformation of the rod, that is delta LT, change in length or deformation due to change in temperature, and that is equal to, the formula is alpha into T into L. Now alpha, the coefficient of thermal expansion given is 18 into 10 raised to minus 6, so substitute here 18 into 10 raised to minus 6. Change in temperature, now it is cooled through 40 degrees Celsius, so change in temperature T is 40, and length of the bar is 2 meter, convert it into mm, so it will be 2000. So 18 into 10 raised to minus 6 into 40 into 2000. Now take the calculators in your hand and do the calculation. 18 exponential minus 6 into 40 into 2000 is equal to, you will see, you will get the answer 1.44 mm. Now there is decrease in temperature and the free deformation is allowed, so it will be contraction, the length of the bar will decrease. Now let us calculate the stress induced in the bar. Now the thermal stress sigma T will be equal to alpha into T into E. Now alpha, thermal coefficient of expansion given is 18 into 10 raised to minus 6, T, change in temperature, is 40, E given is 100 kilonewton per mm square. In Newton it will become 1 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. Take the calculators in your hand and do the calculations. 18 exponential minus 6 into 40 into 1 exponential 5. You will get the answer 72. Now it is a stress, so it is unit is Newton per mm square or megapascal, and because there is decrease in temperature, and if the free deformation is prevented, then the stress developed in the bar is tensile. Now we will calculate the magnitude and nature of the force exerted by the supports. Now pull exerted by the support, because it is a tensile stress, so the pull will be exerted by the supports will be equal to sigma T into area. Sigma T we have calculated 72, so substitute 72. Now the bar diameter given is 20 mm in diameter, so area will be pi by 4 into 20 square. So do the calculations from here. 72 into shift pi divided by 4 into 20 x square. You will get the answer 22.62 into 10 raised to 6. If you 10 raised to 3, for 10 raised to 3 if you write kilonewton, then it will become 22.62 kilonewton, or 22.62 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. This is the answer which you get. do the calculations as you are watching the video so that you understand whether you are able to use the calculator properly or not. At the last minute, you will not be able to do it in the exam. Now, the next fourth thing which is asked is, if only 50% deformation is prevented, find the thermal stress induced in the rod. If 50% deformation is prevented, then stress induced will be 50% of the total. Now the total stress which is developed here is 72. So 72 into 0.5, 50% is 50 divided by 100, that is 0.5. So 72 into 0.5, so 36 megapascal, and it is also tensile. If they say only 40% deformation is prevented, then you have to multiply here by 0.4. If they say 30% deformation is prevented, then 72 into 0.3 will give you the answer. Like that you have to do. So this is how we have solved the first problem. Let us go to the next problem. Rails of 10-meter length are laid at 10 degrees Celsius with a gap of 3 mm between two rails. At what maximum temperature the rails will be stress free? If the temperature is further raised by 10 degrees Celsius, find the magnitude and nature of thermal stress developed in rails. Take alpha is equal to 12 into 10 raised to minus 6 per degree Celsius and E is equal to 200 GPa. Now, their gap is 3 mm. So 3 mm free deformation is allowed. So delta L due to change in temperature will be 3. Now the free deformation is equal to the gap between the rails. That will be equal to delta LT is equal to alpha into T into L. And what we want to find out is initial temperature is given as 10 degree. We want to find out the final temperature. Let us first calculate T, that is change in temperature, using this formula delta LT is equal to alpha into T into L. Now the gap is 3 mm. So 3 mm free deformation will be allowed. So 3 is equal to alpha given is 12 into 10 raised to minus 6. So substitute that, 12 into 10 raised to minus 6. T we want to find out. E given is 200 GPa. So 200 in this is L. So length of the bar given is 10 meter. So it is 10 into 10 raised to 3. So this L is length. So 10 meter, convert it into mm, 10 into 10 raised to 3. Do the calculations. Now how we do the calculations? I want T. So this is 3. 12 into 10 raised to minus 6, when it comes on this side it will become divided by this 10 into 10 raised to 3 also, when it comes on this side it will become divided by. So what you do is, take the calculators in your hand, press 3, then divided by, let us open the bracket open, take this figure, 12 exponential minus 6 into 10 exponential 3 bracket close is equal to, you will get the answer 25. Try it once again. Start from here, 3, press 3 in your calculator, then divided by, bracket open, 12 exponential minus 6 into 10 exponential 3 bracket close is equal to, this will give you T is equal to 25. Then now we will calculate the final temperature. Now change in temperature, now there is increase in temperature, so T2 will be more. T2 minus T1, final temperature minus initial temperature, will give us the change in temperature. Change in temperature we know 25. T2 we want to find out the initial temperature at which the rails are read, that T1 given is 10. So substitute T1 as 10. Change in temperature is 25, and when you calculate this, when 10 comes on this side it will become 35. So from 10 degree, when the temperature reaches 35 degree, that is the change in temperature is 25, then the 3 mm gap will be, the expansion of the rails will be 3 mm and there will be no gap, but up to 3 mm extension of the rod, or up to 35 degree Celsius temperature, the rails will be stress free, because we are allowing the deformation. Now if the further temperature is raised by 10 degree, find the magnitude and nature of the thermal stress developed in the rails. So now from 35, if the temperature is further raised to 10 degree, that is change in temperature is 10 degree, we want the sigma. Now for sigma, the rails will be stress free up to 35-degree temperature. Now if the further it is raised by 10 degree, stress induced will be sigma T is equal to alpha into T into E. Alpha is 12 into 10 raised to minus 6. Change in temperature is 10. E given is, now this is E, we have to substitute here 200 GPa, that is 200 into 10 raised to 3. So 12 into 10 raised to minus 6 into 10 into 200 into 10 raised to 3. So 12 exponential minus 6 into 10 into 200 exponential 3. Press the buttons on your calculator. 12 exponential minus 6 into 10 into 200 exponential 3. You will get the answer 24. Now there is increase in temperature and the extension of the rod is prevented, so the stress developed will be compressive. So in the bracket write down compressive. That is the nature of the stress. Magnitude is 24 megapascal and nature is compressive. Now here I am giving the buttons to be pressed on the calculator. This is for the calculating this T. 3 divided by bracket open 12 exponential minus 6 into 10 exponential 3. So you get the answer, and for sigma T it is 12 exponential 6 into 10 into 200 exponential 3. So you get this answer 24, and here you get the answer 25. If you don't have the button exponential in your calculator, you will have it as 10 into 10 raised to x. This is the, in few calculators you have this button, so whenever I am saying exponential, you press the button into 10 raised to x. A rod 300 mm long and 20 mm in diameter is heated through 100 degrees Celsius at the same time pulled by a force P. If total extension is 0.4 mm, what is the magnitude of force P? Take alpha is equal to 12 into 10 raised to minus 6 per degree Celsius and E is equal to 200 gigapascal. 200 gigapascal is 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. Now the total extension delta L will be due to increase in temperature, that is 100 degree. So due to increase in temperature plus due to pulling force P. Now so the total extension delta L will be equal to extension due to heat plus extension due to pull. So delta L is equal to alpha T into L plus due to, this is due to heat, alpha TL, and due to pulling force P, it will be PL upon AE. And I want to find out P, and delta L total extension given is 0.4. So if I substitute the values here, delta L is 0.4, alpha is 12 into 10 raised to minus 6, which is given here. Then T, change in temperature, is 100 degree, so T is equal to 100. L is length given is 300 mm, so 100 into 300 mm plus P we want to find out, so write as it is, into L given is 300 divided by bracket open, bar diameter given is 20 mm, so area will be pi by 4 into 20 square, and E given is 200 GPa, so 200 into 10 raised to 3 or 2 into 10 raised to 5. It is one and the same. And in the denominator for AE we are putting the bracket here. Now how to calculate P in single step? Now if this full bracket, if I take it on this side, it will become minus, and when I take this AE, which is here divided by, when I take it on this side, it will become multiply. 300 when goes on this side, it will become divided by. Or if I write it as P is equal to, it will become P is equal to delta L minus alpha T into L. So delta L minus alpha TL in bracket AE, when it comes on this side, it will become into AE. Again L when it goes on this side, it will become divided by L. This is the formula which you can rewrite for P is equal to. Now how to do this calculation? Take the calculators in your hand and we start from delta L, that is 0.4. 0.4 and then minus this full bracket minus bracket open 12 exponential minus 6 into 100 into 300 bracket close is equal to, then bracket open, into bracket open shift pi divided by 4 into 20 x square into 200 exponential 3 bracket close divided by 300 is equal to, you will get the answer 8377.58 or 8.38 into 10 raised to 3 Newton, that is 8.38 kilonewton. Do it once again, start from here. 0.4 minus bracket open 12 exponential minus 6 into 100 into 300 bracket close is equal to, into bracket open shift pi divided by 4 into 20 x square button into 200 exponential 3 bracket close divided by 300 is equal to, it will give you 8377.58 or 8.377 into 10 raised to 3 Newton or 8.38 kilonewton. Now here I am giving the buttons to be pressed for the calculator. You can try it. 0.4 minus this full bracket alpha TL, that is 12 exponential minus 6 into 100 into 300 bracket close, and press here equal to. This equal to is very important. When you press equal to, you will get this answer 0.04. Then press into shift pi divided by 4 into 20 square into 200 exponential 3, that is this bracket AE bracket close divided by 300 and is equal to, this 300 when it comes on this side it will become divided by, so this will give you the answer P. Slowly press the buttons from here to here without mistake. You will get the answer in one step. Make a practice so that you get the answer very easily. Otherwise what you have to do is calculate this bracket and calculate this bracket and then do the calculations, whatever you feel easy for you. A brass rod 80 centimeter long is heated to some temperature and then clamped between two supports. If the rod is cooled to 30 degrees Celsius, it attains a stress of 90 megapascal. Find the temperature to which the rod is heated before clamping. Alpha is equal to 18 into 10 raised to minus 6 per degree Celsius and E is equal to 200 kilonewton per mm square. Now here the rod is heated and then clamped, so that initial temperature to which it is heated is not given and T2 final temperature given is 30 degree. Let us first find out that when it attains the stress of 90, what is the change in temperature. So stress is given, we will use the formula for stress. So stress induced will be sigma T is equal to alpha T into E. Stress given here is 90, so 90. Alpha is 18 into 10 raised to minus 6. T we have to find out. E given is 200 kilonewton, that is 200 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square. Now how you calculate? Start from here 90. When this 18 into 10 raised to 6 goes on this side, it will become divided by again 200 into 10 raised to 3. That will also become divided by. So take the calculators in your hand. 90 divided by bracket open 18 exponential minus 6 into 200 exponential 3 bracket close is equal to, we'll get the answer 25. Do it once again. 90 divided by bracket open 18 exponential minus 6 into 200 exponential 3 bracket close is equal to, you get the answer 25. Change in temperature is 25. Here I am also giving the buttons to be pressed on the calculator. 90 divided by bracket open 18 exponential minus 6 into 200 exponential 3 bracket close is equal to, it gives the value of T as 25. Now here what is important to understand is T is change in temperature and it is T2 minus T1, that is final temperature minus initial temperature when it is heated, because when it is heated the final temperature is greater than the initial temperature. But when it is cooled, bar is cooled, the change in temperature, take it as T1 minus T2, initial temperature minus final temperature, because initial temperature will be more and final temperature will be less, and so that the value of T is always positive. Now let the bar be initially heated up to T1 degree temperature before clamping, and when it is cooled to 30 degree it attains a stress 90. So T2 is 30 degree given. Now it is cooling, so T1 minus T2 we will use. So T is equal to T1 minus T2. Change in temperature is 25. T1 we want to find out and T2 is 30. So T1 will become equal to, when 30 goes here, it will be 25 plus 30 is equal to 55. So initial temperature is 55, and from 55 when it is cooled to 30 degrees Celsius, the stress developed is 90. Now if by mistake we take it as T2 minus T1, now T2 is 30, final temperature, initial temperature T1 and is equal to 25, this will give T1 is equal to 5. If change in temperature is 25, final temperature is 30, and I want the initial temperature T1 and I use the formula, this one, T2 minus T1, then my T1 becomes 5. That means initial temperature is 5 and final temperature is 30. So the rod is not cooling. Here the rod is heating. Initial temperature 5 and 5, from 5 it has reached 30, means the rod is getting heated from 5 to 30 degree. So this is a wrong answer. Don't do the calculations like this. Here I have put a cross. This is a wrong answer, and sometimes students don't understand and they write answer as T1 is equal to 5. They don't understand that here the T1 is 5, the initial temperature 5 and the final temperature 30, means the rod is not getting cooled, it is heating, and here the rod is getting cooled to 30 degree. That means the initial temperature must be greater than 30. Here from 55 the rod is cooled to 30 degree. So initial temperature is 55, final temperature is 30. This is the answer. Here I am giving the assignment. A steel bar fixed, question number 1, a steel bar fixed at its both ends is heated through 15 degrees Celsius. Calculate the stress developed in the bar if the modulus of elasticity and coefficient of linear expansion for the bar material is 200 GPa and 12 into 10 raised to minus 6 per degree Celsius respectively. The answer I am giving as 36 megapascal. Try whether you get the same answer. Question number 2. A steel rod 2 meter long is heated through 100 degrees Celsius. Calculate the stress developed in the bar if the modulus of elasticity and coefficient of linear expansion for the bar material is 200 GPa and 12 into 10 raised to minus 6 per degree Celsius respectively. Answer is stress is equal to 240 megapascal. Question number 3. A steel bar of 30 mm diameter is heated to 80 degrees Celsius and then clamped at the ends. It is then allowed to cool down to 30 degrees Celsius. During cooling, only 1 mm contraction was allowed. Calculate the temperature, stress developed and reaction at the clamps. Take the value of E and alpha for the alloy as 200 GPa and 12 into 10 raised to minus 6 per degree Celsius. Take length of the bar as 10 meter. Stress is equal to 100 megapascal and P, the force, is 70.69 kilonewton. Try whether you get the same answer or what is your answer. A brass rod 2 meter long is fixed at both ends if the thermal stress is not to exceed 76.5 megapascal. Calculate the temperature through which the rod should be heated. Take the value of alpha, that is coefficient of linear expansion is equal to 17 into 10 raised to minus 6 per degree Celsius, and E is equal to 90 gigapascal. The answer I am giving is 50 degrees Celsius. Then question number 5, a rod of 4.5 meter long is at a temperature of 28 degrees Celsius. Find the free expansion and temperature strain when the temperature is raised to 78 degrees Celsius. If the free deformation is completely prevented, calculate the magnitude and nature of the stress developed in the bar. Take modulus of elasticity and coefficient of linear expansion for the rod material is 200 GPa and 12 into 10 raised to minus 6 per degree Celsius respectively. And here I am giving the answer. Delta L change in length due to temperature 2.7, temperature strain epsilon T 0.6 into 10 raised to minus 3, and temperature stress sigma T 120 megapascal compressive. Question number 6. A steel rod 10 mm in diameter and 2 meter long is heated at 25 degrees Celsius. Find the new length of the rod if the temperature is raised to 70 degrees Celsius. Find the magnitude and nature of the force required to prevent this expansion. Take alpha is equal to 12 into 10 raised to minus 6 per degree Celsius and E is equal to 200 GPa. Here I am giving the answers. Calculate delta L, and L plus delta L will give the new length. Next question, a steel rod 1 meter long is fixed at ends and subjected to a pull of 9 kilonewton. Determine the residual stress. Calculate the residual stress due to an increase in temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. The diameter of the rod is equal to 12 mm. Take alpha is equal to 16 into 10 raised to minus 6 per degree Celsius. E is equal to 200 GPa. Here temperature stress sigma T is equal to 64 megapascal compressive, and due to pulling force sigma is equal to 79.58 megapascal. Residual stress will be sigma plus sigma T. Now the tensile here, this is tensile will be taken as positive, and this negative compressive stress will be taken as negative, and the residual stress is 15.58 megapascal tensile. Try it out whether you get the same answers. Next question, question number 8. A rod is subjected to an initial compressive stress of 50 megapascal and held in rigid supports at temperature of 50 degrees Celsius. Find the temperature at which the rod will become stress free. What stress will be developed at temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. Take alpha is equal to 12 into 10 raised to minus 6 per degree Celsius, and E is equal to 200 GPa. The answer is the temperature at which it will become stress free is 29.17, and the stress developed at 30 degree will be 1.99, or it can be taken as 2 megapascal. A master. Thank you.